Hi there, this is Blair's economy channel. Today I'm gonna share some thoughts with you guys through the lens of finance. I'm not gonna lie, but this COVID-19 things really affect our daily life in some ways we haven't imagined before. And obviously it is the economic storm, and this is the PMI chart of China and US through the year. You can see the finger that PMI keeps the nosedive at outbreak months, no matter China or US. The deep V indicated that the second quarter will experience a historic construction. We are literally undertaking the biggest economy movie recession since the Great Depression in 1930s. Although the whole environment is holding back, but there is also a silver line behind. We could still survive and complete it. Here I have three suggestions I'd like to share. The first one is focused on the macro economy. Actually, I'm a big fan of the value investment. I know this word from the world market. Somehow I'd like to agree with quantitative investment, but they do not share the same difference. One is the value investment is about the standing around. Absolutely, it is not its ability to have the real knowledge when the market is full of the noisy, and it's maintain the stable position during the volatility market. Actually, everyone is struggling to outperform inflation, so a lot of the asset allocation will made. The real estate holders, stockholders, and the crypto holders are essentially purchasing power holder. Every depression is very special. This time is absolutely different from 2008. The bank's balance sheet are relatively healthy, and their capital is relatively sufficient. They can reduce the overall risk of the entire financial system when banks are healthy. At the same time, it also allows people to act as a medical personnel, deliver quality to enterprise and financial markets. But every time the depression has something in common, you will never know how big the impact of the depression would be made to the future. When dealing with economic depression, the Fed, the monetary policy, has a set of internal and external policy moves with limited moves, adjusting interest rates and QE. If you follow the news, you probably know the interest rate fell to 0% as unlimited QE program started. Fortunately, the Fed still has the untraditional method. The first is the forward guidance on the interest rate curve, which is the Fed will make clear expectation for the future interest rate, such as public statement. The 10 years interest rate will be unchanged at 0.5%. So the market will automatically line interest rate, which is central bank. The second is inflation targeting. This is a Fed expectation and tolerance for inflation. So the global economy depression is not a foregone conclusion, but stock market is rising. The Fed still print money. The bad news has become the good news, but the real economy data breaks our heart. Winter is really coming. The second part is the leverage. As a professional securities, we are aware of unchanging economy laws. For example, asset price are set as a margin. What does this mean? The price you see on the screen at that moment is a deal between the most desperate sellers and the most aggressive buyers. So it sounds like I didn't say that right. But guess what? It seems like a snowball if the sellers much more than the buyers. That time, oops, game over. But where are so many desperate sellers, most of them are forced to sell. Some stock originally held by sellers may borrow money or add passive leverage. What is passive leverage? Is an investor do not know they are at risk, such as some projecting the risk-free code, the junk bond. So we need to deep understand our own asset allocation and due diligence to this product. Maybe my point is not right, but also it's slightly conservative. But conservative will make you survive during the depression. The last suggestion is the most important suggestion: still alive. You probably think you know it, but only if we hold the facing and the believing, can we overcome what is happening now and embrace the bull market. Actually, I think this crisis is still an opportunity for our country and us. We need to keep a strong body and positive mind, learn to deal with the risk and make friends with time.